The first self-improvement related book that I read is called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. You might have heard of it. You definitely probably heard of David Goggins. I finished it in June this year, which shows that I honestly haven't been reading self-improvement books for a very long time now, but I have been reading quite consistently since then. The book is about pushing through pain and discomfort, taking challenges, and understanding that your full potential is much bigger than you think. It is an awesome book. I definitely recommend it to you if you're a bit more new on self-improvement, or you're still on self-improvement and you've been on it for a while, but you haven't yet read this book. So there's a part of the book where Mr. Goggins talks about how when he was much younger, he would purposefully go out into the rain and run to embrace pain and discomfort. The moment I read this line, I'm not even kidding, it started raining outside my house. It was like a fucking sign that was telling me to go run in the rain as well. So I literally put down the book at that line. I went outside without a rain jacket. I didn't even take time to do anything. I just went straight outside in the rain and did a run, my usual length, which is about 1.5 miles, a loop around my neighborhood basically. And all of a sudden when I was out there running in the rain, it might sound kind of cringe. Well, I mean, actually, if you think this is cringe, fuck you. This made me feel like a fucking man. Of course, it was kind of annoying at first running in the rain, especially because it was thundering outside and the rain was pouring pretty hard. But I just felt so fucking accomplished doing that. In my mind, I was thinking look at all these people. I'm running by houses, right? On my neighborhood. And I'm thinking, look at all these people still in their houses, trying to stay cozy and comfortable. And look at me outside like a fucking man. No rain jacket, no umbrella, no bullshit, right? I'm just out there running in the rain like a fucking Chad. I felt extremely good. I felt like a proper athlete, right? And you probably had the same type of experience, maybe similar to, or different to mine, in which you felt really good about yourself for being disciplined. This running craze is something I carried on for quite a while after finishing Can't Hurt Me. My regular run that I would go on, maybe not that consistently, I would go 3 to 4 times a week, but my regular run would be 1.5 miles, as I mentioned before, and it would be one loop around my neighborhood. So one loop around my neighborhood is 1.5 miles long. It would just be a paced run all the way without any breaks. But then, soon after I read the book, I was on one of these runs and I was returning home, right? So I was walking up the driveway about to enter my house when suddenly I had the thought, I'm not even that tired. I wasn't falling on the ground, tired and sweating and feeling so fucking exhausted. I didn't feel like that at all. I just felt pretty relaxed after that run, which I didn't really want, especially after I read that book and I learned the importance of being disciplined and feeling pain. I didn't feel pain after that run. I just felt I guess we're done now. I'm gonna walk back with my hands in my hand, just walking it's just relaxing, but I don't feel like I just accomplished anything with that run. And I remembered a part of the book where Mr. Goggins talked about, when you're so fucking tired, you feel like shit, you feel like you're gonna fucking die, everything hurts, you feel like you've reached your ultimate potential. You've only used 40% of your full potential. There's still 60% in you left. And if feeling like you reached your full potential is 40%, with this run, I might have used 3 to 5% of my potential, basically fucking nothing. So when I was about to go back into my house, I just had the thought, maybe I could go run 1.5 miles again. Maybe I could just do another loop around my neighborhood. So I went back to my driveway and did another loop around my neighborhood. So 3 miles in total, with one little break in between where I thought I was done, but then I changed my mind. And when I finished that second lap and arrived back at my driveway, I felt so fucking accomplished because I never really thought about running more than one loop until then. Honestly, you might think that this is not that big of a deal. You might think that running 3 miles is pretty easy, which honestly it kind of is, but that's not what matters. The point is, I didn't actually fucking think about it before because I was low-key like a fucking retard and I thought that I should just run one loop every day without improving my distance. And now that I finally made the decision to improve my distance, I felt so fucking accomplished because I haven't done that ever. I never really thought about running over one loop, which is so stupid. It's just such a simple thing to understand. Just make progress in distance. And now that I did, I felt so accomplished and I was thinking, maybe I could do more. The next day I did 3 miles again, but this time no breaks, so all continuous. And of course, all these runs are paced runs, so about 5 to 6 miles per hour per run, and it's all continuous. And then the day after that, this is where the momentum starts to build. I ran 3 loops this time, so 4.5 miles continuously. Then the day after that, I ran 3 loops again, so now another 4.5 miles. And then the day after that, I ran 4 loops this time, so that's 6 miles now, all continuous, no breaks, still a paced run. Then the day after that, I ran 4 loops again, and then 6 miles. And then finally, I ran 5 loops, 7.5 miles, continuously paced. It was bright outside when I started that 7.5 mile run, and then it was dark outside when I finished. I remember I saw one of my neighbors, it was like family, right? They were going into a car and leaving, like to go somewhere when I was starting my run. And then when I was on the final loop, I crossed by the house like the 5th time, right? I crossed by the house and they come back in like the late evening. I'm like, holy fucking shit, I've been running the whole time. This family was out. I wish I kept the times of how long it took me to run these, because low-key I did run like kind of slow. It was a paced run. It wasn't no sprinting or anything, but my endurance was fucking crazy. After this run, I felt exhausted. I think I ran like a robot. I just like programmed my mind to just run and just pick up my legs and keep moving them. After around the 3rd loop, I just ran like a robot, emotionless. But then when I got back to my driveway after the 5th loop, I was so exhausted, I just fell on the grass and I smiled so wide, like a little kid looking up at the sky, at this point, the sky is like black and there's stars in the sky, but like, that was such a nice sight to see. I felt like I fucking won a world championship, even though I didn't win shit. I was just so proud of myself. Just think, a week ago, I didn't even know I could run 2 loops, let alone 5 fucking loops. So running these 7.5 miles was a huge accomplishment for me. And I should also note, I didn't listen to any music during that run. No headphones, no earphones, nothing. Just my ears are just plain and empty. I think I stopped listening to music around the time I achieved 3 loops. So since then, I didn't listen to any music for the rest of the runs. I just ran like a fucking robot. And especially for that 7.5 mile run, I literally just whispered the lyrics to an Indian song to motivate myself while I was running, like I was a fucking like demon, like I was fucking evil. And like people just watching me run were like I just sound like fucking crazy, but it worked so well. But I'll be honest with you here. I fell off running completely after that last 7.5 mile run, and I went to college. I've been spending a lot more time prioritizing weightlifting and getting bigger and building muscle and, bulking. And of course, as important as all of this is, I'm still like eating a lot of calories and trying to get bigger. Of course, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of lifting, and I'm making progress in that too. But I do miss the victory of achieving a fucking painful long distance endurance testing run. I miss that feeling that I had when I was laying on the grass like a little kid looking up at the sky and smiling wide when I finished that 5 loop run. Of course, you can feel victorious with lifting heavier weights and getting stronger and building muscle, but there's a different feeling. It's so fucking different when you're just running like a long distance and you're just running and running and running and your mind is telling you to quit and you're like, I'm not gonna fucking give up. I'm gonna get to that fucking finish line and I'm gonna cross it. That feeling is so different and it feels fucking amazing. Like, of course, I'm gonna definitely keep hitting the gym every day and getting stronger and bulking and all of this, but I do want to be able to accomplish more things in running as well. So I've made a decision. In early March, I'm going to be running my first half marathon. A half marathon is about 13.1 miles long, which is about twice as long as the most I've ever ran. So it's definitely going to take a lot of training, especially because I'm not like an expert runner. I'm just a normal fucking guy who can just run like decently well. And I'm not fucking obese. So that's like my main advantage here. And I'm going to try to complete the half marathon in under 2 hours, which I think is a really good goal. I think I'd need like 6.5 to 7 miles per hour at a steady pace over time. I think this is definitely doable for me. I know I can do it. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to train for it, and I know I can fucking accomplish it. Let's fucking do this. So what I want you to learn from me telling you the story is that accomplishment and achievement is your number one ally as a man. Setting ambitious goals and putting in the fucking hard work to achieve them will absolutely bring you purpose and fulfillment as a man. You might get some temporary fake happiness from doing bullshit like watching TV, scrolling, watching porn, playing video games, all this random, unnecessary, time-wasting bullshit. It will give you like some temporary fake happiness. But this is so fucking stupid. It's stupid. Just achieve things, and that will generate happiness in a man like you. The happiness generated by achievement is not in the form of fucking pleasure and entertainment, which is found in all of these bullshit, distracting, time-consuming, degenerate activities that don't even make you feel purposeful or fulfilled. No, the happiness generated by achievement is found in the form of pride and victory, which will literally boost your ambition and drive, which will serve you in every aspect of life, which includes your wealth, it includes your career, it includes your physical and mental health and well-being. So remember, always strive to achieve more and bigger. This video won't change your life. You will.